I was a stock trader, and one night I was sitting on the trading desk in Chicago, and I came across an op-ed in the New York Times about microloans. Tiny loans typically made to women in the developing world, sometimes as small as $4. These women do incredible amounts with this tiny amount of money, and traditional banks just ignore them. So I started thinking about how I could make things that reached a larger audience, and I had an epiphany and decided, what if I made a film about this topic, about microloans going to women around the world? The big light bulb moment was definitely that. We ended up shooting in Paraguay, in 9 cities in India, in Nairobi, Kenya, and then also in Detroit. While shooting in Kenya, what I found was this vibrant tech scene that had leapfrogged what was going on in the developed world because it was focused on the mobile phone. People there were text messaging money constantly, and even at that time, 6 years ago, 40% of Kenya's GDP was being sent through text message. So the woman we covered in the documentary who lived in Kenya actually functioned as a kind of human ATM, and people would come and text message her money and she would give them cash or vice versa. And she was incredibly financially successful, and she'd taken out a microloan to start this business, this tech business. I came back to the States and I started thinking about, how could I connect that infrastructure to industries in the developed world to get women, like this woman I filmed, more money. And around that time, I found out about an initiative in Farmville, the Zynga game. They sold virtual goods for $2 that you could use to spend in the game. They did this initiative and let users know if they bought this $2 coin to use in Farmville, that $2 would go to rebuilding schools in Haiti after the earthquake. This mechanism suddenly made people who had never spent money in that game but who were playing it often 60% more likely to start spending, and then once that payment seal was broken, they would just keep on spending. Social good in a game is the most effective way to get someone to start buying that exists. So I wondered if there was a way to achieve that same conversion rate if we built a product that could work in a variety of different types of games and eventually in apps and on websites. Seeds builds doing good into digital products, helping other women. It's deeply important to me.